Hello and welcome to my channel on this chilly winter's day. If you'd like to see how I stretch one pack of chicken breasts into 3 family meals to feed my family of 5 that are quick and easy to pull together, then keep on watching. I'm Karlene and I live with my husband and 3 boys aged 10, 6 and 1 in North Queensland. If you're looking for more simple living and cozy homemaking content on a budget, then please subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss my next video. Now, I did plan on filming earlier in the day, but you can probably tell by the sound of my voice that myself and even baby is feeling a bit under the weather with the change of season. So I'm looking forward to cooking once and making 3 meals. We're going to use a pack of chicken breasts. I was planning on getting a pack of 6. They didn't have any, it was just a pack of 5. Otherwise I'd have to spend another 20 bucks on a whole nother pack, which I wasn't going to do. So we're going to stretch our meat out. I'm going to make some chicken pot pies with that pastry. I've just got it covered up because, well, that's how I treat spring roll wrappers because I'm Filipino, so I figured I don't want them to dry out. I'll do the same for pastry. I'm just going to cook up the onion and garlic that I have left for all 3 recipes, so we'll cut that all and prep that all up. So we're going to do some meal prepping tonight because I got a feeling I'm not going to feel much better tomorrow. So this is the day of filming, so I just wanted to make ahead some meals. We're going to do some white chili chicken enchiladas. I've got some trays there left over from when I did some batch cooking when I was expecting my baby, who is now 1.5. That's the chicken from earlier. And I didn't mention I was going to make some sun-dried tomato and wilted spinach gnocchi, as well as that chicken pot pie. So this is mainly almost everything that we're going to need to make our meals. Let's get started. To get our meal prep session off on the right foot, I went ahead and diced up all of the onion that I would need for all 3 recipes, plus garlic, and I'm going to saute that in some oil. I'm going to season that, and I'm just going to have that go on medium off to the side while I prep this chicken. So the chicken I'm going to season with salt and pepper. If I had some paprika, I would have added it. A little bit of flour, and we're going to cook this off until it looks nice and brown before we're throwing it into a magical device which will cook it in 8 minutes. A lot faster and a lot more hands off. So I'm just going to go ahead and just check that my fry pan is hot enough. I'm just going to sear that off until it's nice and brown. And I'm going to throw that over here. And now that I've got my first 3 done, I'm going to throw in my last 2 chicken breasts. And I'm going to get a pot of hot water on the go that has been salted, ready to cook off my gnocchi. Because once this all starts coming together, it's going to happen quite quickly, which is what I want, considering it's late in the day. That's why my lighting is not that great. Apologies. I hope you'll forgive me. I'll be more organized next time. So I've got all of my chicken breasts in my pressure cooker. I've got a cup of chicken stock. I just used a chicken stock cube and a cup of water. And we're going to set this for 8 minutes, and that was long enough for my 5 whole chicken breasts. I didn't slice them in half or anything else. Yes, the little laser light has blown on it. If you've been in my kitchen before, you know that I will not replace anything unless it's completely busted. Now that I've got my chicken on the go, I've got my water started, I'm going to divvy up my sauteed onion into 3 lots, so I've got them portioned up ready for each meal. For the sun-dried tomato gnocchi, I'm going to go in, well, I started with half a jar of the sun-dried tomatoes, but I ended up using about maybe 2/3 instead. I felt like once I had let it simmer down a little bit and I tasted the flavors, the ratio wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. So you can just adjust this for, you know, how much flavor you want in your dish. I'm going to cook that off until it's nice and fragrant before adding my other ingredients. Over to the right, I'm going to add in 2 cubed potatoes ready for my chicken and mushroom pie, and that's a meal that I'm going to make ahead and stick in the freezer for later. I'm just going to season that and get those potatoes nice and soft while I juggle these other meals. I've had my cream cheese just sitting out to soften up to minimize the cooking time, trying to stir the lumps out. And I was meant to only add half of this slab, leaving the other half of the enchiladas, but I'd forgotten at this point and stirred the whole thing through. Anyway, it did taste wonderful. So at this point, an easy way to make your gnocchi nice and creamy is either some cream cheese, or you could use milk and some corn flour if you don't want to spend the money on cream cheese, or you can even use some thickened cream as well. I went this route just for some extra protein for the little kitties as well with their growing bodies and bones. So we're just going to go ahead and stir that through. crushing up the cream cheese and some of the sun-dried tomatoes as well to help make the sauce nice and flavoursome. I added in about 2/3 a cup of water and 1 chicken stock cube. You can add in some chicken bone broth or just liquid chicken stock, use whatever you have. I found that because I used a whole slab of cream cheese, I needed to add a little bit more water as I went just to help the sauce keep its creamy texture without being stodgy. Okay, it's time to get our gnocchi on the go. I found these mini gnocchi at Aldi and they're such a cute little size for the children, but also because they are smaller, they cook super fast. As soon as they're on the boil, it's time to take them out, strain them, and then add them to the sauce. A really quick and easy way to pull a meal together. Now the chicken is already cooked through and we're going to use another mum hack over here, a kitchen hack, and we're going to shred our chicken breasts by using our mixer. My pasta sauce has dried out a little bit because it's been on simmer in the background while waiting for the chicken to be cooked and shredded. So I'm just stirring through a little bit of water just to help thin that out a little bit more before adding in 1/3 of the shredded chicken and a couple of handfuls of baby spinach to wilt that down. Once that's wilted, add in the gnocchi and give it one last final taste test and adjust your seasonings to taste. And dinner is ready. I had my portion with some dried chili on top, but obviously the kids didn't want that. But this was a really simple, easy, quick dinner to pull together. Okay, that's one quick and easy dinner down. On to the next one. We've had our potatoes, sauteed onions, and mushrooms being sauteed off to the side on a low to medium heat so they're nice and softened. We're going to add in 1/3 of our shredded chicken. Could even add some cream cheese to this one. That would be a quick and easy way to get like a thick creamy sauce. Don't know why I didn't think about that either. Get it together, Schmarling. All right, we're gonna add in some vegetables. Use whatever you have at home. I had run out of carrots. I had none left, and I'm just going to go in with some frozen peas. And if you had any of the even wilted spinach or frozen spinach, go ahead and use that too. Some celery would be nice. Use whatever you have in the fridge. We're going to add in 1 chicken stock cube, about 2 tablespoons of plain flour to help thicken up our filling so it's not runny, because we do want to put this in the freezer to be able to make ahead for another day. Once that flour has cooked off, add in 1/2 cup of either cream or milk and then 1/2 cup of water and stir well to combine. We're going to make this really quick and easy to assemble, so I'm just going to spray one of my pie dishes. We're going to empty out our nice and thick filling. I don't want it to be overly runny because that will soak up in the puff pastry and then it won't crisp up nice once it thaws and then bakes in the oven. We're going to add a cheat sheet of puff pastry that's been thawing out, covered up so it's not dry and brittle. We're going to empty that out upside down and we're going to fold the edges in to create a little bit of a crust and an edging around the pie. We're going to fold that under. And it's okay once it bakes if some of that filling sort of bubbles out over the edges. That's what makes it a little bit crispy and delicious anyway. You could even do slices of camembert cheese on top of the filling before putting the pastry on. That's a really nice combination to do as well. We're going for rustic vibes here, being family style and in a hurry. I'm going to sprinkle with some sesame seeds and I'm just going to slice the pastry so that it can breathe and let some of that steam out to help it be crispy when it bakes. It's as simple as that. And I'm going to write my instructions on the lid. So if hubby needs to throw this in the oven for me, he knows exactly what he needs to do to get a quick and easy family dinner on the table. And that's dinner number 2, ready to head into the freezer for an easy make ahead meal for my family of 5. All right, we're on to our last and final 3rd meal for the night. If you're still following along and happy to hang out in my kitchen, please subscribe to help me grow my channel here on YouTube. Okay, back to the white chili chicken enchiladas. We're gonna add our shredded chicken to our sauteed onion, adding in a can of rinsed and drained cannellini beans, along with, you guessed it, a chicken stock cube for some flavour, 1/2 cup of water. Oh, I forgot that I did this, sorry. We're going to take 1/2 of the can of drained beans and I'll mash them with the potato masher to give them the texture that is going to help thicken this up. I just rinsed the remaining parts of the mashed beans out with a little bit more water. Okay, where was I? We're going to mix this through and then add some seasonings. Adding in 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of oregano leaves, and I ended up omitting, either because it was too spicy or I was missing ingredients, juice of half a lime, some smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, and chili powder. I went the basic route, but it was still tasty and it tasted fine and the kids loved it. This is the point that I realized, oh yeah, I was meant to keep half a block of that cream cheese for this. So I'm just adding in a little bit of thickened cream just to help creamy that mixture up. You could do grated cheese. We're just going lactose free at the moment, and I didn't have enough lactose free cheese, so that's fine. You can do you. Oh, I also omitted diced jalapenos because, I mean, the 1-year-old, right? But you can add that into yours when you make it for your family if you want to. Normally I would spray this baking dish. I don't know why I didn't do it this night, but it was fine. I'm going to go in with half a jar of salsa. If you buy the salsa from the chip aisle, it is so much cheaper than the salsa in the Mexican aisle. If you want some more tips on saving money when you do your grocery shopping, I will link a helpful video below. So we're going to spread that out before laying our enchiladas on top. This will also help if you plan on freezing this meal, because then the tortillas don't get like freezer burn and dry and brittle when they are in that process of being frozen and then thawed and then baked. Go ahead and add your mixture to your tortilla wraps and then add in a sprinkle of cheese inside each one. Roll them up tightly and then add that to your tray. Once your tray is full, empty out the other half of your salsa on top. Spread that out on top again so that the tortillas don't end up getting really dry and brittle in that freezer process. Add as much cheese as you would like. This is all that I had left of our lactose-free cheese. Otherwise, I would have added like 4 times this amount, but that's all that I had. And that's everything. Write your instructions on top, and that's it for this next meal. We served this with a tomato rice and a garden salad from our freshly picked veggies from up the back. If you want to see that video on what our simple budget-friendly garden area looks like to grow our own veggies and salads, then I will link another video for you below. Alright, that's our 3 meals that you can make ahead using meat that we've stretched out to provide 3 family meals on a budget for my family of 5. If you're looking for some more budget-friendly content, cozy cooking and homemaking, then I will link some more videos for you below. Thanks for choosing to watch this video and hang out with me, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you, bye.